What's up? I'm Jeff Haynes from Tech Bargains, and this is the video review of the Lenovo Yoga 2 Pro convertible laptop. In 2012, we reviewed the original Yoga, which radically redefined the idea of a convertible laptop by switching between one of 4 separate modes at will. Well, apart from a few form factor refreshes and loaning its name out to some tablets, Lenovo took the Yoga and designed it from the ground up, enhancing its specs and its hardware. The result is the Yoga 2 Pro. But is this a vast improvement over the original, or did it stretch itself just a bit too thin? Here's our review. The Yoga 2 Pro that we reviewed was powered by a 4th generation Intel Core i7 4500U processor running at 1.8 GHz that could be boosted up to 3 GHz via turbo. It came with 8 GB of RAM and was supplemented by Intel HD Graphics 4400. The system packed a 256 GB solid-state drive, and content was displayed on a 13.3-inch 10-point multi-touch IPS LED display with a native resolution of 3200 by 1800. The computer also came with one USB 3.0 and one USB 2.0 port, Bluetooth 4.0, full Wi-Fi support, Windows 8.1, micro HDMI, and speakers with Dolby Home Theater version 4. Of course, it also comes with its ability to transform between laptop, stand, tent, and tablet modes. The first thing that we expected from the Yoga 2 Pro was incredible speed, especially given Lenovo's pedigree of enhanced experience with Windows systems. The Pro didn't disappoint, easily maintaining the 10-second cold boot startup window that the line has become known for. It was incredibly fast when it came to launching apps or programs. It's arguable that the speed of this system dwarfs some of the comparable machines out there, and it could give some more powerful systems a run for their money. Then again, the specs for the Pro are quite notable in their own right, primarily because it makes this machine very powerful. Almost no element of the system went untouched in redesign, which can easily be seen if you take a quick glance at the system specs. There's the boosting of the processor to an i7 Haswell processor, to the doubling of the RAM, to the expansion up to 512 GB for solid-state drives. These help strengthen and enhance the performance of the computer, and multitasking was truly a breeze on the system, regardless of the number of apps we were running or windows that were open. We couldn't find any slowdown whatsoever, regardless of how much was running on the computer. If you need a system for work or play, the Yoga 2 Pro is clearly vying for the all-purpose crown of Ultrabooks. The massive standout with the computer has to be the QHD display. Having a 10-point multi-touch display in Full HD is something that most users have gotten used to with computers. And while TV manufacturers are starting to tout 4K resolutions coming to store shelves soon, you can get this insanely crisp and bright display in your hands now, which makes your images and your video burst off the screen with vivid clarity. That's especially true if you happen to be watching a video that takes advantage of the enhanced resolution, like the ones that YouTube is starting to stream. It's one of those circumstances where you'll really be blown away by the quality of the display. Lenovo also managed to vastly improve on some of the flaws that affected last year's machine. For example, the solid-state drive's partition has been handled in a much better way. Now, users have 220 gigs worth of space on the C drive with 4 gigs on a separate partition, presumably for the one-key recovery programs, with the remaining 32 gigabytes clearly taken up by the operating system itself. That means that you won't need to rely upon the clean install headaches from 2012 or be concerned that you're not getting the most space possible out of the computer. It's a cleaner, better system install overall. Another significant change is the fact that the system heat and fan issues from the original version have been completely addressed. The 2012 machine was very warm during use and heated up further as soon as the machine was plugged in. It also had an issue with the fan constantly being on, yet not actively keeping the system cool. This, we're glad to say, was completely solved with the Yoga 2 Pro. In fact, not only did we have trouble detecting the fan running during prolonged periods of use, we could actively keep the machine in our laps for hours at a time without the system getting uncomfortably warm. That's a significant change for a machine that's thinner and lighter than the previous one. Additionally, we found that the battery life had been improved as well. Basic web browsing, note-taking, or streaming of music could easily pull down at least 8 hours of life on a single charge, if not the full 9 that it was touted for. Moderately intensive system use would come closer towards 6 hours, which is still rather good. Add in other tweaks like the backlit keyboard and the adjustable frame to protect the keys when it converts to a tablet, and you can see just how many changes were made to the Yoga 2 Pro. On top of this, the system has very cool features that really push the concept of what laptops are, or what they can do. The Lenovo Motion Control has returned to allow you to control your computer by webcam alone, But now, the system also comes with Lenovo voice control, powered by Dragon to let you launch programs, dictate documents and email, and interact with the computer by voice alone. Hello, Dragon. Launch Notepad. Dragon's voice programs have been around for almost 20 years, but this is easily the strongest version of the software yet, and it works with almost few mistakes or issues. The other key feature with the Yoga 2 Pro is the inclusion of the Lenovo Pick software, which recognizes what mode you have the system in and recommends specific apps that work best for that particular mode. What's also very nice is the fact that the program constantly adds new suggestions, so you frequently have updated recommendations on what you can use each mode for. For instance, I previously couldn't see a use for tent mode at all, but thanks to the recommended Picks app, I could finally understand a use for this mode in the kitchen thanks to the Yoga Chef, or watching movies or playing games without the screen moving at all. While the Yoga 2 Pro worked extremely well, there was one significant flaw that held it back from being a perfect system. Although virtually every single feature of the laptop was touched, there's still no discrete graphics card option available, so your visual options are somewhat limited. Unless you're streaming the few 4K videos on YouTube or working with high-resolution images, you're not going to fully be able to take advantage of the resolution of the display. While the Pro has more memory this time around, you're only going to be able to play games that aren't graphically intensive. Lots of the AAA titles out there, like the CODs or Battlefields, just won't run smoothly at all on this machine, even with significantly dropped specs. Frequently, updates to a product line means that the system essentially remains the same with the respect of a few tweaks here or there because of newer hardware. That can't be said for the Lenovo Yoga 2 Pro, which has been revamped from the ground up to provide an almost perfect Ultrabook experience. Excellent performance, a brilliant screen, and features like voice control and Lenovo Picks to help you take full advantage of the system are just a few of the strengths of this computer, not to mention the various modes that it can be put in to make it a truly convertible laptop. If there was one flaw about the Yoga 2 Pro, it's the fact that it doesn't come with a discrete graphics card, which means that taking full advantage of the QHD screen or playing graphically intensive games are not possible. However, the strengths of the system easily outweigh this lone flaw, and the versatility of the computer means that if you're in the market for a new machine, you really owe it to yourself to take a look at this computer. That's why we decided to give the Lenovo Yoga 2 Pro a 4.5 out of 5. For the latest coupons and deals on laptops like the Lenovo Yoga 2 Pro, be sure to check out techbargains.com/Lenovo. To enter our monthly giveaway, make sure you always check out techbargains.com/YouTube. And to watch our video unboxings, video reviews, and exclusive video features, be sure to go to techbargains.com/videos.